a clean football game. So got off to a bad start and didn't really play very sharp in any area, offensively, defensively, or special teams. So need to improve. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us. Time to go back to work, and another big challenge here this week. So we got a lot of work to do, and really excited about getting back to work, to be honest with you.
Mark, how did Sawyer bounce back from after the adrenaline wore off and all those things last couple of weeks?
Well, hopefully he'll be good today. We'll see. But he was definitely sore yesterday, and wouldn't have been able to throw any passes yesterday at all. So need to see how his recovery goes the next couple of days.
Do you get the sense that this, I mean, I think it's every week's important, but to keep people invested, fans outside,
Keep them invested. Where are they going to go? I mean, come on. We've won a lot of football games around here. I thought we were over that. I mean, I'm disappointed. We accept the criticism, and we're all in this together. And it's not okay with us either. We as a program and an organization need to get, find ways, find answers, and that's what we do. Go back to work. It's a good football team on the road and with a young team, and didn't play our best, but that kind of talk seems a little crazy to me. I'd like people, no offense to everybody in this industry here today, but people like to panic. We don't necessarily panic in our building. We just go back to work and continue to get better.
Mark, it seemed like there was a number of tackles that were missed. What would you attribute that to? Is it more technique because it could have put Mississippi State's offense in a hole, or was it just pure luck that they got away?
No, I think this was one of the worst games we've played in a while as far as being precise in our fits, and then we weren't as physical as we have been. It's not just simply a physicality issue. It's also about the precision and executing our defense and doing your job. And we were not very detailed in executing the defense this past week.
How's Walker Wood come along if you did have to use him?
Yeah, Walker is an extremely hard worker, knows what to do with the football. Is worked hard to coming back off his surgeries to compete and to play at the highest level he can. So we're confident in Walker. We'd also have to look at some other options with some other guys as well.
How has
Go ahead.
I was going to say, how has Amani kind of progressed throughout the camp? And,
Yeah, he's got a ways to go. Just coming in with learning everything and executing the offense and all that. So he's got a little work to do. Nick was a guy that was running a lot of, doing some really good things in preseason camp, and lost him early, so he's out of the picture obviously as well.
Where do you see encouragement from how they responded in the second half? I mean, to make it close, even though didn't finish.
Well, as I mentioned after the game, I certainly challenged them at halftime because that does not meet our standards at all. Right there, that just it wasn't good in any area, and I was pleased with the way they responded, but that's too late. Against a team like that to come out and try to turn it on at halftime, it's not going to get it done. And even with all that, we have an opportunity to cut it to 3 or 4 points. What was that, early in the fourth, right? Maybe 10 minutes to go in the fourth, I want to say. And you look at our drive chart, and it kind of makes you sick because we're moving the ball, and then we a couple drives stalled. That aggravates all of us. But if you look at it early, I want to say we had 10 drives and 1 touchdown, 2 field goals, two missed field goals, 3 punts, and an interception. So what really hurt us was dropped passes again and dropped touchdowns. I want to say there's three dropped touchdowns, and you put 2 of those in there, and maybe one field goal, and what's that put the game in? I mean, I don't know what you do. And these are guys that we have a lot of confidence in, and guys that have played their tail off for us. You know, they've done some really big things for us in our program. We just didn't play very good Saturday, and you know, with all the things that happened, you know, you make a few plays here and there, and you're still right in it. That's actually kind of amazing to me, because when you look at the film, you know, there's so many areas that we need to improve, and you know, it just wasn't good enough. It wasn't up to our standards and expectations, and we got to go back and try to get them fixed here this week.
Got 3 games of tape now on Ryan Walensky. Your thoughts on what he does well that'll challenge your group?
It's rhythm football. He's a rhythm guy. He likes to throw in rhythm and get there and disperse the football. He has a lot of good guys to throw it to. They've got some talented guys at wide receiver, and you know, so he likes to get rid of it. He makes good throws. He's made some extremely tough throws, and then he just looks good when he's comfortable out there and throwing in rhythm. You know, there's been times when they've looked really good.
The way you described it sounds a lot like how teams have had success passing against you all this year. How do you balance being in a zone with the inexperienced group versus putting them on an island and man?
It is. There's a balance there, and you are correct. That's a good observation, and that's something that we need to, you know, continue to mix things up. And we have to win some one-on-one situations. We have to get some pressure when we are pressuring people, mix up coverages, and you know, that the old term there, affect the quarterback somehow, not just all the time with just sacks, but just with pressure and mixing coverages and not letting them get in rhythm.
There was a lot of preseason talk about Boogie taking a next step. What has he got to do to get there?
Well, you know, I don't like to call out any one guy, but he had some one-on-one situations Saturday that we didn't win, and you know, one in particular with a running back that we have to get some pressure, and we didn't get that, and so we've got to continue to bring along some young guys and continue to push Boogie and others to step up.
It didn't seem like Jordan Griffin played a ton on Saturday. Was that his performance?
He was
or
banged
something
up.
else?
No, he was banged up. He was a little banged up.
Talk about the kicking game for a minute. You had a chance or miss another field goal again this week, and then you put in Matt Ruffalo made one. Are you starting to get to the point where they might have a little bit of a battle getting in the game? And then also with the kicking with Chanceport, it seems like it's becoming more mental than anything else. And how do you overcome that?
Yeah, we'll go with Ruffalo here to start the week. Chance's legs hurt after he got hit Saturday in the game. His leg is injured a little bit right now. He's a little dinged up, but Ruffalo will start, at least right now, we'll kick. We don't kick today. They rest today. The kickers will kick tomorrow, and Ruffalo will go up to once.
Receivers, how do you get the drops? What do you tell them? I mean, is it more about focus, or they just trying to, you know, run up field before they get the ball?
I think there's a combination of things. I think the guys are really working hard. I think with the, you know, some of them, I think, you know, Lynn, we have to look at the amount of plays that we're giving him and asking him to run all over the field, and sometimes on reverses and things of that nature, and taking shots down the field, and sometimes back-to-back plays with him. And we got to be smart and try to get him some rest when we can, because he's doing an awful lot, and appreciate his effort. And Ahmad has made extremely difficult catches, as you've seen, and you know, and just misjudged that one, and didn't come down with it. I expect him to make the next one.
Mark, Hill obviously is a really good back, but Schrader hurt you in a run game with some scrambles and design runs. Was that on the defensive line, on the linebackers? What was going on?
Yeah, we were just not clean in that. Our run fits and our precision defensively was not good enough, and not up to our standards, and our effort was not up to our standards, and our physicality was really not up to our standards. Yeah, hopefully he will. I hope he'll be back this week. He was better yesterday and this morning, so expect him to be back out there.
What about Isaiah? How's he looking right now?
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Epps. Yeah, he's running, you know, in the treadmill and things of that nature, and in the water. I still want to say they gave me no indication he'll be back this week, but it's getting close. I think it's after the bye.
When you talk about trying to get Lynn, you know, just give her some rest here and there. If you want to run some similarities, are there guys that can, or like Lynn Watt?
Yeah, there's definitely guys we could put in there. Cleavon went in this past Saturday and caught a bubble on an RPO, so he could have handed it off or thrown the bubble and gave it to him, and he made 8 or 9 tough yards, good catch and run. So we've got guys that we could put in there.
Akeem Hayes is one of those guys who's, I guess, eligible to come back this week. He had a couple good scrimmages. Just what are your expectations?
He did. He did some good things through the summer and through camp, and you know, there may be some opportunity for him. And you know, even a guy like Bryce Oliver, we got to get him back out there, you know, for a mod, and some of those guys just get him a little wind, get him a little break here and there, get some fresh legs in there.
Are we getting close to seeing Xavier Peters check in?
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. You know, could be.
Mark, did AJ have one of his better games? Is any difference in the way he was running? Was he just getting good blocking? Or
He did. I think, you know, I really liked the way we started the game, and well, till the interception, you know, and that's what's so aggravating for all of us is we get off to positive. I think one more positive yardage and then pick 6, you know, and you know, but AJ started the game with a nice run, nice near leg, near shoulder, gave a good physical shed. You know, he shed that tackle and got an extra probably 4 yards on the first run of the game. And then later he had, you know, obviously many more explosives because he had the yardage he did. He averaged, I'm going to say 11 yards per rush, and that's where, again, everybody can see that now. I think you all do when you just make assumptions with Cavassier or AJ and Cavassier. They're both good players. They're both going to play. Everybody gets all bent out of shape. You know, some days somebody's going to rip off some explosives, and another day it's a different guy. It's good to see them both doing that because Cavassier's average was through the roof as well on certain games. So they're both good players, and Rodriguez got back in there. It was good to see him get back in and get some touches and did some good things. Had a couple good protections. I think he missed one, but got to bring him along as well.
You threw it 41 times, I think, and that's
42.
probably the most since you've been here. Was that
What
just?
did it get us?
Was it?
I mean, everyone wants to see the ball thrown 42 times. Well, you did. Okay. Hope you're happy.
Was that just from playing from behind, or was there anything else?
It's not by design. You know, we got behind, we got down. Pick 6, as I mentioned. Defensively, we hung in there, but they were getting good yardage and aggravating yardage most of the day, even if they didn't punch it in either. And go down 14-3 relatively quick. It kind of gets you a little bit out of it. But it comes down to a lot of things, and as I mentioned, the drives were good. A couple stalls in the red zone. If you think about it, we talked about 3 drop touchdowns, 1 miss throw that late in the game where we had another opportunity to Keaton, and we missed it, because they were doubling the outside guys. So they took away Ahmad, and so we go through the middle and try to hit Keaton, and we have him open and we miss him. Just a combination, it's and then some other drives. It's a protection here. It's one guy getting beat, and those are the things that we just got to get cleaned up as a team, just across the board.